It's really good. But yesterday I went to like some conference to like we have like conference about oil and gas. So I went there and take a look and come back.
Okay. We actually, it sounds more like conference. Tricky word because we kind of um, we don't pronounce the E, the first E.
Okay.
So it just sounds like
Conference.
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 Close. So just two syllables. It'd be more like conference. Conference.
Conference.
Good. Like that. Exactly.
Thank you.
And so we've got a couple new students. Sorry. 1 second, guys. So Jane, how's it going?
Hello.
Amp. Hi. How are
Hi,
you doing
sorry,
today?
I'm good. Sorry, this is my first class. I don't know how to use the system. Maybe I will just listen.
Okay. No, I don't think. I think you should participate. Definitely. It's a pretty easy system. It's not too tricky. So we'll go through it and it'll be slow. Um, but definitely, I think you should participate. So Jane, where
Okay.
are you from?
I'm from Hong Kong.
Okay, from Hong Kong. Perfect. And what do you do in your free time? What do you like to do for fun?
I will hang out with my friends and gym and swimming.
Okay. Hang out with your friends, go to the gym, go swimming. Good. And Amp, it's great to see you. It's been a long time. Amp, how are you doing?
How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, nice.
What about
And
you?
so, Amp, I'm doing well, thank you. What have you been doing since I've seen you last? What have you been up to?
Yeah, not too much. Just taking some classes, studying a little. This week I just was preparing the decoration at home
Okay,
for Christmas.
nice.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, like I said, it's good to see you again. And we also have Gilberto. Gilberto, welcome. Oh, we don't have Gilberto anymore. Um, Nguyen,
Yeah,
Nguyen, how are you doing?
yes, well, teacher. Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
And how do you pronounce your name? What's the best way to pronounce your name?
My name is Thảo, not Nguyễn. Nguyễn is a last name. Nguyễn is my last name.
Oh. Okay, and so what's your first name again?
My first name is Thảo.
Tao. Tao.
Yes, Thảo. Thảo.
Nice to meet you, Tao. Um,
Yes, nice to meet you too.
Thanks. And Paulo, welcome to class. Paulo, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Nice, good to hear.
And you, how have you been?
Doing well, thank you. Thanks for asking. Kind of the same old stuff. But yeah, thank you.
Very
And
nice.
Jose, welcome to class as well. Jose, how are you?
Fine, fine, Joshua. Thanks for asking. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. And Gilberto, welcome to class as well. Gilberto, how are you doing?
Hi, teacher. I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. And nice to see you. And Anatoly, welcome to class as well. Anatoly, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Well, thanks for asking. Um, okay, and yeah, I think that's everybody. Got a full class today. So let's get started. We're going to be talking about carnivals and fairs today. And so let's have Amp. Can you start out and can you read the title and the next few lines?
Okay, carnivals and fairs. Today we will read about traveling carnivals, practice role-playing events at a carnival, tell stories about the carnival.
Good. And let's go to the first page. And Amp, can you ask Anatoly the first question?
Sure. Anatoly, what's the difference between a traveling carnival and carnival, a festive time before Lent?
Traveling carnival and carnival. I can guess that the difference is when we are living in definite place and we organize our own carnival. It is the second definition of the second word. And the first one, when we are going to visit at another place and mostly participate as a viewer.
Okay. I think it's a little bit different. So I think you've got a good idea, but it's slightly different. So the second one, or the first one, is a little bit different. Does anybody know what the traveling carnival would be? What's a traveling carnival? Gilberto, do you have any ideas?
Traveling carnival, maybe a carnival that moves on every determinate time, that moves at every determined times, or visit cities,
Yeah,
maybe
that visits
that visit
different.
different cities.
And so, yeah, that's good. I wish I could type. Oh, actually, my
Mhm.
keyboard's probably screwed up again. Um, so, visits different cities, and so what's the difference between this carnival and Carnival that you'd see in like Rio de Janeiro?
Maybe that the Rio of Janeiro Carnival, it's a tradition. It's every year this carnival is present, but it does not travel for all the country or the city. And traveling carnival, yes,
Okay. Yeah, a traveling carnival does travel. Um,
yeah,
I think that's good.
that's travel.
Um, yeah, so maybe just briefly, in the United States, a carnival is like, it's a little bit like a circus. A carnival
Okay.
is similar to a circus. Um, it has rides and sideshows. Um, and it has nothing to do with celebrating anything religious. Anything religious. Or, annual. It's kind of a consistent thing. So, traveling carnivals just have rides like roller coasters and things like that. And you travel around all year. But good. And then let's have Gilberto. Can you ask Jane this next question?
Jane, have you ever been to a carnival? What was it like?
Um, they have a lot of game booth in which we can play different games, and some of the games will include like you shoot at the target and you accumulate certain points. After you accumulate enough points, then you can get a doll or a toy in return.
Yeah, if you accumulate enough points, you can get $1 a toy. Get a doll or a toy in return. Perfect. Really good grammar too. Um, okay, and Jane, do you enjoy carnivals?
Oh yes, definitely. I enjoy carnivals a lot.
Nice. Okay, good. Um, and Jane, can you ask Jose the next question?
Hey, hi, Jose. What are your favorite things to do at carnivals or fairs?
My favorite things I to do at carnivals or fairs is that I am talking with different people. I buy at the side shows, and my sons could could be at the attractions or get on in the attractions.
Okay, maybe we could say ride the
Right,
attractions.
the attractions. Okay,
Good. Um, I'm talking. That's good. Nice.
okay.
And when was the last time that you went to a carnival
The
or a fair, let's say?
the last summer in August.
Okay. How would you
Okay,
answer with a complete sentence?
the
So a
last
complete
time.
sentence?
Okay. The last time that I was in the carnivals was in August.
Nice. Um, maybe instead of saying that I was in the carnival, because this
Okay,
kind of implies that you
okay,
worked
okay,
for it,
okay.
that I went to a
I
carnival was
went
in
to a
August.
carnival in August. Okay,
Yeah. But good. Okay. Really,
okay.
really good answer. Mustafa, what about you? What's your favorite thing, or what are your favorite things to do at carnivals or fairs?
Uh, my favorite thing to do at carnivals, maybe uh, meeting with my friend and talking with my friend. Maybe had some food with them and have fun actually with playing some game.
Nice, and having fun playing some games. This is good. So my favorite thing to do at carnivals may be meeting my friends, talking to my friends, having food, having fun, playing some games. This is good. Yeah, okay, nice job, Mustafa. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
Teacher,
No.
can you explain maybe more about the festival time before Lent? What does mean exactly?
Okay, so that's like Carnival. Um, and so usually it's really popular in Brazil and other Central and South American countries. Um, can anybody explain what Carnival is? The time of Carnival?
They are 3 days before the Wednesday Ashes Wednesday, and
Ash Wednesday, yeah.
and after this 40 days you start the Lent. After this Ashes Day you start the Lent in Catholic and Protestant religion, and we have the Holy Week after the 40 days. And
Yep. Yeah.
usually the carnival is a celebration that with a lot of customs, parades.
Nice,
Yeah.
thank you.
Um, so we have something similar in the United States that we call Mardi Gras. Um, but yeah, it's right before Lent. And so there are lots of parades usually and celebrations generally. Um, but good question. And let's go to the next page and let's have uh, Tao. Tao, can
Yes,
you read the title and the words?
yes. Give you the title or reading the work.
Okay, yeah, so Tao, can you read the title and also
Yes,
these words?
yes. Vocabulary concessions, exhibit, fun house, science show, spectacle, catalyst, both, close, clones, customer, customer, A mark.
Yeah. Okay. You did a good job. So a couple small things. Can you repeat vocabulary? Vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Vocabulary.
Okay. And then concessions.
Concession. Concessions.
Good. And so concessions. And then exhibit. Exhibit. Yeah. Exhibit.
Exhibit. Exhibit.
Good. And spectacle.
Spectacle. Spectacle.
And then catalyst.
Catalyst. Catalyst.
Yeah.
Catalyst.
Booth.
Roof.
And then clown.
Cloud. Cloud.
Good. Clown.
Cloud.
Costume.
Costume.
And yeah, you did a good job with a mark.
Mark. Yes.
Yeah.
Carnival.
All right.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions? Any questions about any of these words?
Catalyst. I don't know the meaning of the word catalyst.
Okay, good. And so this doesn't have much to do with carnivals, but we're going to see this word later in class. Does anybody know what a catalyst is?
I don't know catalyst. Catalyst.
It stimulate some other things.
Yeah, definitely. So, catalyst stimulates other things. So can you give me an example of a catalyst? What's a catalyst?
A part in the car.
A spark?
A part of car.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that would be the catalytic converter, I think, is the part of a car.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. It's really similar.
It's very different.
but yeah, a catalyst just stimulates another thing. So you could say a spark plug catalyzes an explosion in your engine, if we're talking about cars. But it's like to incite something. There's a word that to precipitate an event. So spark or spur, incite are all synonyms. Does that make sense? Spark, spur, ignite are all synonyms. Does everybody understand this word?
Yes.
Okay. Like in chemistry, I think. Yeah, exactly. It is. And any other questions about any of these words?
The first one, teacher.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you repeat it? Can you repeat the word?
Okay. Conscience. Conscience. Conscience.
Close. So,
Concessions.
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 Yeah. And what does concessions mean? What does concessions mean? Does anybody know?
Like a permission.
Ooh. So, we'd be talking more like a concession stand. So, yeah, concessions are things that you grant, especially if you're talking about politics. But we're talking more about like a concession stand, which is a little bit different.
Maybe it is
A,
similar to booth.
a place where you sell food?
Yeah. You sell food and drinks, for sure. That's a concession stand. So they'd sell food, drinks, things like that. And what is the difference between a concession stand and a booth? So concession stands are similar to booths, a little bit different. What's a booth? Does anyone know?
It's a small
Uh,
place to buy, but
Excuse me?
small place to buy like food or drink.
Um, so I think depending on where you are, a booth could be a place to buy food or drinks. I think it'd be usually a place where you um, can play games, carnival games. So that's a booth. It's just a small place where they have games set up that you can play. Um, yeah, and so a concession stand would be different because you buy food or drinks there, and a booth is a place mostly for games. So similar but a little bit different. And any other questions? Does anybody else have any
Um,
questions?
what is the difference between booth and side shows?
Okay, and so a sideshow, it's really similar. It would be a small, mm, like, act or performance. So if you have like a guy that's sitting over a pool of water, and you have to knock him into the tank of water, maybe with a baseball, that'd be more of like a sideshow instead of a little game.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So, but like it could be games too. Sideshows could be booths. Um, so just a small, interesting act on the side. Um, any other questions? Okay. What about a mark? What's a mark? Does anybody know?
Maybe estimate a level like in school.
Close.
Good mark, bad mark.
A sign.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a little bit different. That would work. So you can get good marks in school. Um, marks in school. But we'd usually say
Uh, no.
grades. And in this case, a mark is a person. So a type of person. Does anybody think they know what type of person a mark might be? Any ideas, Rebecca?
No, I have any idea.
Okay.
Mark, no. A person.
Yeah, so it's a person who's easily tricked. Maybe let's try that. A person who is easily tricked out of his or her money. Um, yeah, so we can use Mark in different parts of life. It comes from the circus. So we'll talk about marks, I think, a little bit later in class. But it's a word that comes from the circus. Does anybody have any other questions here? Okay. Um, Let's go on. Let's try a couple sentences, and let's start with Rebecca. Can you choose a word and use it in a sentence?
Choose a word.
Yeah,
Okay.
any word.
Booth. Booth.
Okay,
Booth.
booth. Yeah, and can you use it in a sentence?
Now, do I have to do the sentence? Are you right?
Yeah.
Okay. But excuse me, do I have to say the sentence?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Among all books I've been, the most interesting for me was the one with I could eat so many sweets.
Okay, the most interesting for me was the one where something about sweets? What was
Yes,
the last?
sweets or ice cream or sweets.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but what did you say after where? So what the most interesting for me was the one where
Where I could eat or drink or have or take.
yeah, I guess most of those would work. Where I could eat or have. I think those would probably be the two best ones. And have what?
If I okay sweets or ice cream.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Yeah. We're missing a preposition here after
Right.
Ben.
The position I've been on the most of all the books I've been a preposition.
Mm-hmm.
Yo he estado sobre más interesante. I've been in.
Not? Well,
No.
all the booths I've been in. I guess that would work. Yeah, I was thinking too. But in would work. We could go in a booth. Um,
At.
yeah, so I was thinking in or two would be good. So of all the booths I've been to, or all the booths I've been in, the most interesting to me was the one where I could eat sweets. That's good, and that's a good sentence. Let's have Amp. Can you make a sentence as well?
Uh, there were around 150 people uh, looking the exhibit. Looking or watching?
Looking. I heard that. What's missing?
Looking at
At
the exhibit.
the exhibit. Yeah, looking at the exhibit. Yeah, that's good. I think that's, and we would use looking there. Looking at the exhibit. Perfect. What was the exhibit of? Uh, what was the exhibit of?
With the guys that I don't know, the guys that they use fire in the
Okay, we could call them fire
I
eaters.
forget. Cole. Yeah, that's right.
Cool. All right, good. Let's have one more sentence. Anatoly, can you choose a word and use it in a sentence?
Mhm. I think the word.
Is this the word you're using?
Yes, yes, but I noticed that it was used before,
Okay.
and maybe uh, this one. This was a great carnival, and children liked uh, the most show with clowns.
Okay. Show with clowns. This is really good. Good sentence. We need to rearrange this second sentence. We need to change the order. How do we change this? Does anybody know?
Show with the clowns were liked by children the most.
Close.
So much or so? Okay.
Not quite. We'd put it like this. So the children liked the show with the clowns the most. Children liked the show with clowns the most. So lots of articles there. Can you read that one more time, Anatoly?
Children liked the show with the clowns the most.
Good. You could also say like the children liked the clown show the best, the most. Either would work. All right. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. Let's go on to the next page. And let's try this. Let's start with Gilberto. Can you read the first sentence?
Yes. I think my favorite is either their House of Mirrors. I can't decide between them. I think my favorite spectacle is the Fun House or the House of Mirror. I can't decide between them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. My favorite spectacle is the Funhouse or the House of Mirrors. I can't decide between them. Can you repeat spectacle?
Spectacle.
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 Good. Spectacle.
Spectacle. Spectacle. Spectacle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And you could also probably say sideshow. My favorite sideshow is either the Funhouse or the House of Mirror. Maybe
Yes.
you could put exhibit there. So there are a couple things that work. So that was good though.
Yes. Thanks.
Yeah, nice job, Gilberto. Though. Jane, what about this next one?
I always buy my kids fried dog and soda at the booth stand when I go to the carnival.
Ooh. Not quite the booth. Remember, a booth is usually a place with games.
Uh-huh.
Which one has food?
Uh, mm, side sideshow. No, should be exhibit.
Not quite. Does anybody think they can help her out?
Concessions.
Concession stand.
Yeah.
Concession.
Concession.
Let's get. Oh man. So, come on. Sorry, it is concession stand. I really wanted to get that picture. So concession stand. Maybe if we put it here. So annoying. Hold on. So this is a concession stand. Remember, it has food, drinks, popcorn. It's like a booth, a little bit different though. So hopefully that makes sense, Jane.
Okay.
Okay. And can you read the sentence, Jane?
I always buy my kids fried dog and soda at the concession stand when I go to the carnival.
Good. And maybe just the enunciation. Carnival.
Carnival.
Good. Carnival.
Carnival.
Perfect. Jose, what about the next one?
Yes, Joshua. The show was quite exhibit. They must have spent a lot of money on all of those fireworks.
Yeah, I think that's good. It'd sound better if you said that was quite exhibit. So we'd have to change.
An exhibit. Okay. Then the next word is a vowel. Has a vowel. Okay.
So if we didn't change anything, the
Uh,
show was quite
okay. Don't
and it's a
change
word that has
anything.
already been
Okay.
used.
Uh, exhibit. Espectacle no es.
Yeah. So the word was already used.
I use spectacle, no, but it's not
Yeah.
possible, no?
No, so it is. It's fine. So like we were saying before, spectacle
Okay.
will be replaced by a number of different things.
Okay.
My favorite spectacle, my favorite exhibit.
When I used this word in the sentence before, I think that this word I can use another other time. Another
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that makes sense. Um, but no, it would be spectacle. This one would work the best. Can you
Okay.
read the sentence? Can you read the sentence
The
one more?
show was quite a spectacle. They must have spent a lot of money on all of those fireworks.
Good. And can you just repeat spectacle one more time?
Spectacle, 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 spectacle,
Yeah,
spectacle,
spectacle.
spectacle, spectacle. Okay.
Good. That's a tricky one. Mustafa, what about the next sentence?
It's difficult. Okay. Because who played Impossible Carnival game used to be called blank because the blank attendant would hit players back with chalk to advise others. Uh, those play were suscept- susceptible
Yeah, this is a tricky one. Susceptible.
sus-
Susceptible.
susceptible to trick to be called. Uh, I don't know. A marks,
Mm-hmm.
marks, because the uh, uh, this is down. I cannot do. I don't know.
Okay. So an attendant is somebody who works there. So someone who attends a place. In this case, a worker. And someone who attends the place where you play games in a carnival. Does that help, Mustafa?
Someone who attend the place where you play a game in a carnival. A clown? No, clown?
So
Yeah.
maybe if we say workers,
Conch?
where do you play games? Where do you play games?
At booth.
Yeah.
The booth.
So we'd say the booth workers or the booth attendants.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, what would happen is that
Would
people
yeah.
yeah, so people would
People who played Impossible Carnival games used to be called marks because the booth workers would hit players back with chalk to advise others those play were susceptible to trick.
good. Exactly. And so what happened? People played these games that were impossible. And so if they spent a lot of money at one booth, the booth worker would hit them on the back, so with his hand full of chalk. And so the person would walk around with chalk on their back to let the other booth workers know that the person would spend a lot of money on impossible carnival games. And so thus they were called marks because they had a mark on their back. Does everybody understand that? Okay. Hopefully that works. Tao, I'm not sure. Tao, are you back? Okay. And so, Rebecca, can you try the last sentence?
Okay. Many people are afraid of clowns, but I think they are funny.
I think they're funny. That was a good one. And good pronunciation. Does anyone have any questions on this page?
What is
About
chalk?
Okay, chalk is um, white powder, usually that you use. So basketball players use chalk. Players
Okay.
use chalk,
Okay.
so
White.
their hands don't get sweaty.
Okay. Okay. White powder. Yeah, I understand.
Pool players too use it too. And you write with chalk on blackboards. So teachers write with chalk on blackboards. So that's chalk and a stick. Yeah. Well, good. Any other questions?
about people who called marks.
Mm-hmm.
They are tricky person, how a rocks person, rascal person.
Okay, not exactly. So the mark is the really naive person. Mark
Uh,
is naive person. Um, maybe gullible is another word that you can use. So mark is somebody who falls for tricks easily. Someone who falls for tricks.
but why both workers made them in a
Okay,
white color? Chuck with Chuck bugs him with Chuck. It
so
could be make a sense if they frauded or frauded person, a rogue person, rascal person.
um yeah, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm answering your question, but the booth workers would mark these people with chalk to show other booth workers who they should lure or bring to their own circus.
Ah, okay. They are very attractive for others, booth workers,
Yeah, and
because
so
they are naive. They have lots of money, and okay.
mhm, exactly. Hopefully that makes sense.
Thank you.
Does any? Yeah, you're welcome. Does anybody have any other questions? Okay, and let's go and do some reading. I think we're with AMP. Can you read this first paragraph?
Okay. A traveling carnival, U.S. English, usually simply called a carnival, is an amusement show that may be made up of amusement rides, food vendors, merchandise vendors, games of chance and skill, thrill acts, animal acts. A traveling carnival is not set up at a permanent location, like an amusement park, but is moved from place to place. Its roots are similar to the 19th century circus, with both being set up in open fields near or in town and moving to a new location after a period of time. Unlike traditional carnival celebrations, the North American traveling carnival is not usually tied to a religious observance.
Good. Really great pronunciation, Amp. You did a really good job. The only small thing, merchandise.
Merchandise.
Yeah, leave it like that. Okay, but good. Does anybody have any questions in this first paragraph? Okay, pretty basic. Anatoly, can you read this next paragraph?
Okay. In 1893, the Chicago's World's Columbian Exposition, also called the Chicago World's Fair, was the catalyst for the development of the traveling carnival. The Chicago World's Fair had an area that included rides, games of chance, uh, freak shows, and burlesque. After the Chicago World's Fair, traveling carnival companies began touring the United States. Due to the type of acts featured along with sometimes using dishonest business practices, the traveling carnivals were often looked down upon.
Good. Okay. And so only a couple small things. Burlesque.
Burlesque,
And touring.
touring.
Good. Um, and yeah, that's really good. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
This word which you corrected.
Okay. Does anybody know what a... So which one? Touring or burlesque?
Both of them.
Okay. Who can tell me what burlesque is? Does anyone know? Any guesses what burlesque is? Okay. And so it's like usually a comically exaggerated imitation of something. Um, so burlesque show, that's one definition. Um, Oftentimes, it's also like kind of a strip tease. So dancing girls who wear very little clothing would be called burlesque as well. So we have those two definitions of burlesque. Um, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And what about touring? What does it mean to tour?
Travel, no?
Yeah, so it's like traveling around
It's similar.
and showing
Tour.
something. So musicians tour the country playing music. Oh, yeah. So pretty much traveling around and showing something. Any other questions on this page?
Look down.
Good. Looked down upon. So what's this mean? Phrasal verb, so looked down on. What does it mean to look down on something? Anybody know? Any guesses?
You think someone
Okay, keep
is
going.
inferior to you?
Yeah. Yeah, so you assume that you're above them and you look down on them. So you assume that they're below you, they're inferior to you, they're worse than you, not worthy. Yeah. And yeah, thanks for coming in, Mustafa. Okay, and yeah, any other questions? All right. Hopefully that makes sense. And let's have Anatoly. Can you ask Gilberto the first question?
Okay. Gilberto, what are some things that you can find in a carnival?
Um, People dancing, things to buy, food, or yes, food, and people to know,
People to
shows
know.
or shows.
Yeah, so definitely shows. I'm just wondering about people to know. You can find maybe people to meet.
Okay, people to meet, shows, and uh, well, and more.
Yeah, and more. Nice, good ending. Okay, good. Yeah, maybe the only thing, just make sure, like complete sentences so you can find people dancing, things to buy. But that was really good. Gilberto, can you ask Jane the next question?
Okay, Jane, what is the main difference between a carnival and an amusement park?
Um, an amusement park they include more mechanical mechanical games like those roller coaster, uh, flyer, and while carnival they will include more small booths in which they are run by human.
Okay. And so why do you think amusement parks include more mechanical rides, like roller coasters?
Because there's the impression that the amusement park gave me like Six Flags and Ocean Park.
Yeah. And so why do you think amusement parks have big rides and carnivals usually don't have as big of rides?
Mm, because Carnival is like they are only there for a short period of time.
Yeah,
So
are only in a place.
uh, yeah, only in a place for a short period of time. So it's harder for them to maintain a big mechanical ride there.
Nice. Exactly. So because carnivals are only in a place for a short period of time, it's harder to maintain a big mechanical ride. So yeah, the main difference would be that carnivals move around a lot and amusement parks are stay in the same place. Um, but yeah, that's perfect. Really good job. And Jane, can you ask Jose the next question?
Hi, Kosei. Why are carnivals sometimes looked down upon?
I think that the carnival sometimes have look down open because there are a lot of people that has been market
Hmm.
the no, it's okay,
Yeah,
yes,
who
no,
have been marked.
okay, have been
Um,
marked, okay,
yeah, that's good, especially in the context of this class. It might be a little bit confusing. Um, you could say a lot of people who have been made into a mark would be,
okay,
your sentence is grammatically correct, and it's definitely understandable in the context of this class.
okay,
But if you said that to somebody maybe who didn't know what you were talking about, they'd be confused. So somebody who has been made into a mark. There have been a lot of people who have been made into
a mark,
marks. That probably is better because people. But that was
okay.
good. All right, nice. And we're just about out of time. Let's have Rebecca. Can you read the title?
Yes. Story. Choose a picture. What is happening? What is going to happen?
Good. And Rebecca, can you choose a picture?
Oh, both are so difficult. The one with the child and the adult behind him.
Okay, so what's happening?
I think they are in an attraction in a amusement fair. The one I don't know the name. Can you help me with the name, please?
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
Is a roller? Sorry.
Yeah, so they are on a roller coaster.
Okay, I didn't know that. They are on a roller coaster.
Okay, good. And Amp, what's
So,
gonna happen?
okay.
No, go ahead, Rebecca.
Um, the child looks so terrified, with open eyes, wild open eyes. Can I say that?
Uh-huh.
Right, open eyes, and the adult behind him, maybe his dad, uh, is enjoying a lot with the situation, but at the same time taking care of him, because he's like trying to hanging him just in case. Is the like a protection sense, Can I say
Okay.
that?
Yeah, maybe he's trying to protect him. Yeah, maybe.
Or trying to say, okay, don't worry, I'm here behind you. You are safe.
Yeah, could be, for sure. And Amp, what do you think is gonna happen next?
The guy is going to start to cry because it's just the mechanism is going to start, and when he feels the first movement, he is just scared and start crying.
Okay. He
Excuse me, can I ask a question? It's a grammatical question. Because I thought always after I start is ing. Why in this case? I think.
you can say either. So start
Both.
actually, yeah,
Okay.
start you can take the infinitive or the gerund. So start to cry, start to go run, or start to run. Yeah, start to do anything, but you can also say
Start
start
crying
running,
or start to
start crying.
cry?
Either work, both
Okay.
work. So like we say
Okay.
here, start crying,
And for
and
example, I'm starting to prepare. Can I say that? To prepare dinner, for example.
yeah, I'm starting to prepare dinner soon.
Okay. Because I'm starting preparing is not good. That
No,
is no. Okay. Too much ing. Yeah.
yeah, you could say I'm going to start preparing. That would work.
Okay. That will be fine.
hmm Yeah.
Okay.
And so, unfortunately, guys, we are out of time. Thanks for coming into class. It was nice to see you guys again. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Okay,
Thank
thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very
yeah.
much.
Bye,
Bye bye.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.